Hi everybody, this is Y'all from Y'all Gaming, etc. And here we go with the Age of Decadence Part 1. Starting off, this game I've played around with it a little bit, and it's definitely got some pros and cons to it so far. One, they weren't kidding around about the difficulty. But the basic gist of the game is post-apocalyptic Rome, and what happens with that. In terms of the houses, and there's a lot of lore to this game. You'll probably be hearing me do a bit of the whole narrating out and speaking for characters and such. Hopefully not doing too many silly voices. It has a little bit of difficulty with the settings and options. It really likes to reset me back to a different resolution. So I couldn't get the introduction, which had this beautiful Glenn Cook quote. Glenn Cook is a great author that I really enjoy. So that kind of sold me a little bit right there. It was like, well, if you got a Glenn Cook quote, then sign me up, right? So anyway, Black Company, good stuff. Without further ado, let's click the new button and see what we got here. We could have the training here. Welcome, adventurer. You're about to die. We salute you. Russell Crowe's in this, apparently. Age of Decadence is very difficult, yada. The training, I might post a video on that, kind of showing you what's up with it. They're pretty much just trying to let you know that this is murderously hard. But since I've done a little bit of playing around here, I'm going to get to the meat of the game and start it up. Okay, so pretty much when you start up the game, you have your basic, are we going to go man, woman, with all the beautiful details that come from it. What this game really rewards is having a sense of replayability from different perspectives. Like, are you going to be an assassin? And scrolling over here, when diplomacy fails, assassination is often the only recourse. Renowned or respected for their ability to resolve disputes, blah blah blah. The idea is that there's a lot of different factions. Sometimes picking these different ones is going to give you reputation starts with higher areas here, which really is an interesting aspect. But starting off, and because this is a sort of game that you can put enough points in and you can just talk your whole way through it. But what fun is that, right? So we're going to go a little bit of joining up, be a mercenary here. Pretty much the idea is that we're actually going to have a little bit of combat up in here and see how we do. We are going to be Zial. We're going to do the female character model because, I mean, just look at her hair. I mean, she's looking good. We'll go with a little bit of the old, yeah, there we go. Seen Braveheart too many times. Having that be super white person. Yes, check out these hair options here. It's definitely a little Wasteland 2-y or Dark Souls-y, the sense that, wow, there's not a lot of palettes going on here. It doesn't really matter because eventually you're going to be covered up, but let's pretend that perhaps we were actually one of the Celtic tribes that were kind of sent, or I don't know, Rome was dealing with. Okay, my history is very bad, but as you can tell from starting as a mercenary, you kind of have some reputation with some of the houses. These are kind of the leftover houses, and I'll kind of go through some of the lore as we go on. But what's kind of nice is you also start a little higher in the Imperial Army, because that is where we're going to start off. We're going to kind of see how we can do business there. At least that's what I'm aiming for. We'll see how it all turns out. And okay, so clicking next. Oh Lord, the character list. What is going on here when it comes to the air? Now, messing around with this, I started it with this exact same stat setup, and I gotta tell you that it works, but you definitely want to specialize in this game. And I think with that in mind, I might even be doing a little bit of the old, if I'm gonna be a soldier, gotta be a soldier. Wow, look at that reaction bonus. That pretty much means they're not gonna like me very much, but I'm gonna try to go for a high dexterity sort of build, because I'd like to have lots of action points for the game's combat here. And yeah, I can't mine charisma any further. Perception's decent where it is. How bad is it gonna be if I do this? You lose some of the civilian skill points, but we got ourselves going on here. The idea is that you definitely need strength if you're going to be able to hit people, because it's going to, well, I don't know if I'm actually going to need strength. I could probably mine that a little bit further, because I'm planning on going with a spear wielder. So if you look over towards spear, it's really the fact that evolved out of simple combat. You get synergies based upon what you do between the two of them. Between different weapons, which can kind of be nice, but for the most part, like I said, it's kind of good to pick what you're going to do and roll with it. But since I think dodge is where I'm going to be rolling this time around instead of shields, I think I might mine strength a little bit here for some more perception. It gives you a chance to attack things, build accuracy modifiers for range, help you spot things and dialogues and interactions. It's always nice to be a little bit more perceptive, what can I say? Constitution is also one of the very important things. Yeah, you start off, that's your hit points, and you're done. That's all you're gonna get, so best of luck to you in that regard. So let's see what we got here. Pretty much going, since we're gonna be going with focus towards combat, we're going to be rocking some spear, get that up nice and high. And as you see it goes up here, you see the fact is, it's like, oh, okay, you cooked something on, cooked a chicken on spit once. But as you keep rolling this up, your chance to hit your THC, yeah, to hit chance, which it's kind of funny now that I think about it. Anyway, but the idea is that when you go up here, your abilities are going to go up there, your passive chance. And what we're really kind of going for is you want to get your passive chance up and just your chance to hit people. Because the combat, it's a little mathy, but the basic gist is get that higher is the better. Dodge is going to be an important stat for us, so let's pump that up. Now you see I've got absolutely no civil skills, and that's not going to fly. Because even though I'm kind of slow, it'd be nice to be able to actually have some idea of what's going on in the world. So let's see what we can do about that. Dodge chance. Let's see. Don't want to mine that any further. The damage bonus. See, if I'm using spears, I know it's dexterity based. It has help with perception, I believe. So let's see how we can mix this up a little bit further. Oh, and I completely forgot about Critical Strike. Which, Critical Strike is pretty much when we're aiming for a certain area is going to give us a little bit of this. But you know what? We're just going to toss a point in there pretty much immediately. And you see the point cost does go up here. So maybe we'll just start off with 4 and 4 there. Oh, I hope it's enough. I had a shield before and I felt very confident that, but I'm trying to go with dodge this time around, give it a good shake. But let's see what we got here otherwise. We got streetwise, which is, yeah, I could go through all of these skills and tell you each and every one of them, but I'll try just to focus on the ones we're using for this game. Spear, for example, we're trying to do because we get to push people back and poke them in the eye with a spear. Can't really go wrong with that, right? Pump this up further. Critical strike being pushed up here. Okay, so for civilian points here, we are going to go with streetwise or street tough, okay? And yeah, you know what? We'll pump it up a little bit further. Crafting, lore trading. These are all very interesting aspects, but we're trying to go for the combat heavy character, but at the same time maybe being able to be a little bit tough and boss our way around the world best we can. All right, so kind of taking a final look, see what's going on here. We'll see how badly we fail, and here we go. Rolling on in. Always likes to tell us about my VGA detector being detected, or being better than it was. I'm not sure why it does that. The world and empire that once ruled it lies in ruins. Noble houses that lord over provinces and commanded vast armies have been reduced to broken city-states. The Imperial Guard, remnants of the Imperial Army, acts as a deterrent to open warfare, where we're looking to join up, perhaps. The knowledge of the old days has been all but forgotten. Hucksters peddle ancient wares of no value to the ignorant, and the lords seek and hoard artifacts that they barely understand. The fanatical mysticism is slowly gaining favor, and long-held resentments are rising to the surface. Some speculate that another war approaches. Others actively encourage it. Times like these bring nothing but suffering for the common man. However, they offer a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to those determined to seize the moment and fall to riches, power, glory, and often an untimely death. They're not kidding about that part. Your adventure starts in Tehran. One of those. A small crumbling town far away from the main tracks of travelers and caravans. It's been dying for the last 100 years or so, kept alive only by the combined efforts of its inhabitants. Broken stonework's been replaced by makeshift wooden construction, creating the impression the town is slowly emerges from the ruins of an old one. Much like Tehran, the noble house controlling the town has seen better days. Before the war at the top of the empire and the devastation that ensued, House Deratan was one of the most powerful houses, but that was then, and the times have changed. Today, it barely has enough strength to maintain its hold over local guilds. Alright, so that's kind of giving you an idea of the world we're living in. Things went bad for the Roman Empire, and we're picking up here. You make a living providing protection services to the inn's patrons. When you were too young to know any better, you spent your days drinking and fighting. Your dedication to the craft has noticed and offered you a job at the inn. Now you're paid to break heads. The locals are getting too drunk and out of control. And the drinks are on the house, and that's a plus. Alright. So, bam! Welcome to the actual world here. We got ourselves, the inn is full of guests after spending weeks and sometimes on the road. They're looking to this. Women willing to share beds. Okay, there's some things going on here. In fact, it's funny. This seems like almost like a separate start that I kind of did before. But hey, let's get this going on here. My AP. Let's check our items going on. That is our character list. Alright, let's actually equip our weapon. That's always a good start. I wonder, can I actually put this in my hand? I can. Huh, interesting. Okay. We may be able to still wield a two-handed weapon. Is this a two-handed weapon? Nope, it's actually a one-handed weapon. Okay, but we're starting off here, and just because life is... we're gonna stay off of the helmet, because helmets have a detrimental aspect to your hit chance. And we're gonna start off pretty simple. As you can tell, that this is definitely an independent game, the way it kind of looks around. But, and the camera can be a little wonky at times, so bear with me when it comes to some things. But we're going to go over and speak to the innkeeper, because that's pretty much how I think you start business. Innkeeper. Easy on the wine, Zial. You're working tonight, remember? Don't worry about it, I reply. As you talk, a tired man in dusty weather clothes enters the inn and looks around. Several caravan crewmen carry his chest and bags inside. The man carefully inspects his belongings after a brief conversation, pays the crewman. Hail to you, Master Gracious. It's been a while. How may we serve you? The innkeeper's attention is ungracious, which doesn't prevent him from gesturing to his servants to pour Gracious some wine. 3 fingers indicate the quality of the wine, roast a fresh bird in the coals, and move the chest to storage. A room for me and storage for my goods. Find me a good lore master and send one of your guards to make sure I'm not disturbed, says Gracious. Toss the innkeeper a coin. Did you hear that, Zial? Our guest requires the pleasure of your company, so go clean yourself and do something useful for a change. And yeah, we're going to start off saying, I need better gear. The idea is that you could go straight to that... but it's kind of nice to set up there. Welcome to the store, my friend. I have the finest selection of goods, unbelievable prices. I'm sure this man is nothing but an amazingly kind soul. But we're going to kind of just move on through here. We're avoiding shields, but we got to find ourselves a nice two-handed spears. Okay, so we got ourselves a fast speed for this. We're starting off with bronze weapons. They get more damaging the quality of the metal, but pretty much it looks like our choices is going to be between Dory and Cockspar. Okay, that was a Freudian slip. Crockspar. Alright, so to hit chance. See, so this gives us a nice little bonus to... This is more damaging weapon, which is nice, but this is faster, and it gives us a to hit bonus chance, which in the very beginning of the game I find to be kind of invaluable. So we're going to trade up. Give me that. And let's see if there's anything else that's super necessary. I think I'm supposed to have more AP available. I might be limited by my armor at the moment, but we'll start off with just making sure we have a weapon so we can swing it properly. Ta-da! Okay, so let's see. Max AP is 11, and is that being allowed by this? And what is my max AP by my character? It is 12, so if I can actually reduce my armor somewhat, I can attack more. So let's see if I can find something. Max AP 12, leather armor. Okay. Might be able to sneak around, too bad I'm terrible at it at the moment. Let's see, leather armor seems to be my only real shot here. But, well, we'll start off with what we have. We'll see what happens from here on. Alright, so, as you can see, we move around. It automatically kind of takes us away. Sometimes it likes to railroad you a little bit in this game. But we're going to go right away to the end, because we got a homeboy to protect. Gracious, Trader looks to you critically, frowning at the dents in your armor. Keep unwanted visitors to my room, he says before turning away. You will not be disturbed, master. And standing guard we shall. Perception. Success. So some of our passive skills are already paying off. You've awakened the middle of the night by a soft click coming from the door. The door opens and a shadowy figure slips inside the room. Determined to earn your pay, you put out a show, lunging at the intruder and making enough noise to wake up the trader. When you're satisfied with your efforts, you throw the unfortunate thief out of the room and turn to the trader. Who is that? Asks the trader, looking visibly shaken. And my streetwise also providing me an assassin master. He almost had me, but I couldn't give up, knowing that your life was in peril. Let's see if that worked. Well, hey, it looks like he bought it. I owe you my life, explains the trader, appearing greatly relieved. If you're ever in Madoran, talk to Kemnibi and tell him I sent you. He is careful, doesn't hire anyone without a recommendation from someone he trusts. He'll take care of you, Zial. Thank you, master. Well, that's interesting. Oh, no, snap. Shadowy figure slips into the room through an open window. Without delay, waste any time, raising a loaded crossbow, pointing it at the trader. Well, oh no. Continue. Oh! I think that's supposed to lose fight, right? Gracious, the assassin says calmly. The Commercium wishes to remind you that you're still not welcome in this tower. He pulls the trigger before he finishes talking, and Gracious falls down with a bolt in his chest. So, I can either wait, or I can attack this homeboy. I gotta tell you, I think it's time to get all up in this guy's grill. Show you guys some combat. So let's go up here and attack. Hey, I'm actually pretty fast here. So what we got here is our little battle grid. You'll see the fact that this guy's using a ranged weapon, so we want to get up close to him as soon as possible. It's going to cost us 8 AP out of our maximum of 11, if you will. So I think... although I am wielding a spear, I think I can actually attack from here. I can! Huzzah! Now, since he is wearing lighter armor, it's nice to go with faster attacks so they have a better chance to hit. So, let's try it out. Stab the son of a gun! Damn it, he says. And so we did 4 points of damage, armor absorbed 3. Now, there ain't a lot I can do with one action point, so we're gonna press space and move on. Hey, okay, so he strikes me for 0 points because my armor absorbed the rest. Alright, now we got him right where we wanted. Now, let's see, what can we do here? Impale, you say? Bypass DR, critical damage, impales opponent for 2 turns. Wow. Well, minus hit chance. Let's see how bad this one is when I use it. Is it? Huh. Oh. Interesting. Ooh, arterial strike. See, there's a lot of different things here that kind of give you some stuff. We're gonna go with some just, we can do 2 fast attacks. We can aim at this. Let's aim at this guy's arms. We'll start to hit chance here. It is not liking. Camera is not being very nice here to me. Now, oh, can I not attack him because I'm too close to this particular weapon? Now that's interesting. Note the self. Alright, so let's back up 1 here, shall we? Now, I got 9 AP left. Let's try, see what Impale says. 56% chance to hit. Let's roll the dice. Of course. Well, that's what you get for trying to be fancy, right? So, push. Okay, can't push him, he's too close. Oh, why did I move closer? That was terrible. Oh, well, that's that. Moving on to the next turn. So you make your mistakes, and you kind of have to live with this. Well, he took 1 point of damage. That is not the end of it. But see, now it looks like we can push this guy away. 77% chance we can do that. Versus, it's just 2 AP to move, so we're just going to use the movement here, I think. Oh, yeah, that's why you don't do that. They have an opportunity attack. I am amazing at this. Okay, we're going to fast strike this guy a couple of times because I'm sick of his nonsense. Oh, have at ye! And sometimes you have a chance to dent their armor, reducing the DR that they're going to get. Let's do it again. Oh, you can't stop. Look at them, taking that beating. Take it like a man. Oh, swiftly dodging. And if it looks like we're attacking a little bit quickly, well, that's definitely because we are. The main reason behind that is if you don't, some of the bigger battles later on get to be incredibly... I'm going to back it up 1. Oh, I got to use push. I don't know why I'm not using push. Alright, so let's do some fast attacks. Because this guy is wounded, and 81's chance to hit, so let's keep doing it. Hiya! Oh wow, we're really messing him up. Oh, we're hitting a lot of attacks. Trust me, that doesn't happen all the time. I'm liking. Oh, swiftly dodge. Okay, we're doing good. I'm feeling it. Now let's push this guy back because I don't think we can attack otherwise. Push. No. I mean, for real this time. No, for real this time. Okay. You can tell I'm in business when I screamed at him for the 5th time. And for giggles, let's see if we can hit him with the arms to reduce his chance to attack. Ooh, it worked. So you can see right there, oh, he's striking at me. A little bit going on there. Well, the fact that his accuracy was messed up didn't really mess things, but he only hit me for a little bit, so we can deal with that. Now, we're gonna push him back. Push him back! For real this time. Okay. Aim torso. By doing this, it's got a chance to bypass armor. Hit chance goes down. But it's really the best thing I can do. Whirlwind's more situational when it comes to these big guys. Oh god, I just really want to try Impale. So we're gonna try. Come on, 56% chance. Go. Ah, you just had to break my heart there, game. Heart is broken. Alright, push him back. Back, I say! Alright, no more fooling around. And, some fast attacks right to the... Oh, the vital spot. He goes down. Assassin dies instantly and slumps to the ground. And at this point, it's kind of weird because combat doesn't just end. There's no Final Fantasy victory music. So you're pretty much just going to press spacebar, or you can just kind of wander around until you run out of action points, and then it just kind of ends your turn. We'll stop right there. Okay. So, you offer yet another sacrifice to death who smiles upon you. Dedication. What combat skill points earned? So, life worked pretty well for us there. Gave us 1 skill point, which should be used for nothing at the moment. But, oh, body count tells how many people have crossed your path and ended up. You aren't squeamish when it comes to killing. So basically, I took care of some business here. We're gonna do a little quick save just in case I bollocks it all up. And let's do what any good character does in an RPG. Strip everyone naked! You'll you'll see that this guy had himself a little bronze thing. He's got some nice leather armor, which I have to admit I'm looking at, kind of saying, I can max out my my chance to go here. We're just gonna take everything, because if not, we're gonna sell it and may put on the helmet. I already cracked his armor though, so I don't know if I'm interested in using that. Alright, so we stripped the assassin. It didn't seem like he had anything on him. And hey, trader guy, well, thanks for, sorry about not being able to protect you. Do you mind if I take all your stuff off your body? Yeah, well, speak up if you have a problem. Yeah, no problem. Alright, you take everything valuable from the chest. This is one of those instances where the chest is kind of there, but there's not really much else to do to it there other than that. So we are going to leave the room and see where it takes us. It gives you a chance to look around some more. I personally, after the first time I tried, haven't been able to see that. So I'm going to continue. And perception. Oh, you notice that the trader is clutching some parchment in his hand, as if he had hoped it would shield him from harm. It looks like an old map. Might fetch you a couple Imperials. When you take it, you know a small gray sphere lying on the ground nearby. You pick it up and casually examine it. It's an unusual metal sphere with several grooves running around it. Perhaps a lore master might be of service. Well, howdy. Alright, let's wait for the innkeeper. Profanity. Fuck, says the innkeeper, looking at the dead trader thoughtfully. Well, I suppose we all knew it was coming, although it would be nice if he was killed elsewhere. How do you expect me to run a business? He sighs. His goods are still in storage. He considers a different tone. We could sell it to the Commercium for nothing, and we can actually make a few coins. What do you think, Zial? Well, this is kind of one of our first choices here. I saved in between things, so in case this goes dastardly wrong, we'll see how it goes. Cause let's go risky. I'm feeling lucky today. I'm gonna not say no to this. All right, we'll take the goods to Cato. Vidarius will handle the negotiations, so all you gotta do is watch his back and show that we mean business. Easiest money you'll ever make. Alright, let's go. Now, this is kind of your last chance to get out of this and just go take a nap, because you don't get back your hit points, but that guy didn't hurt me too bad, so I'm feeling lucky. We'll see how this goes. The 40 Thieves Guild is large and seemingly indefatigable network of thieves, and that's a fun one to say. Smugglers, and other criminally inclined citizens. The guild operates in every town and traces origin to early days empire. It is said that in the past, the 40 kingpins of the 40 largest towns used to coordinate the network. Opinion is divided as to relations and ties 40 Thieves of yore in its current incarnation, but the name persists. In Tehran, the guild operates out of a local tavern, popular destination for people who feel at home in the shady parts of town and dark alleys. Tavern is full of people laughing, arguing, and drinking. At the back of the tavern, piles of loot sit atop tables, waiting to be counted and divided. At the far end of the room, Cato conducts his business while keeping an eye on his guests. Well, we're waiting. Ah, Vidarius, my friend, how are you? Cato is all smiles. Who's your friend? Don't tell me you feel you have to bring some muscle with you. I'm hurt. Cato checks the goods, pays without haggling, and just like that, the deal is done. Let's head back, says Vidarius, looking relieved. So let's return to the inn. Oh, there's the little timer. Let me know my time. Thugs come out of nowhere. You follow Vidarius, who grows more confident with each step. Talking business and making big plans when two men step out from the shadows. They look at Vidarius and smile as if he were their lost kin. Spare a coin, one thug asks, pulling out a knife and smirking at his joke. Well, this is kind of our first decision of the game, and we're going to leave it right here. Well, no, we're going to actually take out our weapon first. Because, whoa! He looks over at me, he's like, oh, okay, she's got a spare. Don't be so eager to die for nothing, friend, says the thug. You see, Vidar and me go way back. Guess we catch them to do, don't we? So here, he throws you a gold coin, take the rest of the night off. So do I protect my charge, or do I fight what looks to be a battle with these guys having the upper hand? Am I a bad enough dude to protect Vidarius? We'll find out next time, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you for watching, And since this is the first video in a series, of course, this is where the shill time comes out. Please like, comment, think about subscribing if you enjoyed listening to me ramble on or want to see more Age of Decadence. It's always good to help get the count up the first. I'm going to try not to be complete shill about that the entire time. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, go to my Twitter, which probably should make one of those. Anyway, hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See ya.